Good afternoon and happy Memorial Day weekend. We're gonna have some coverage here coming up of the second round of the South Jersey Group 1 playoffs between the Buena Chiefs and the Audubon Green Wave right here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Usually I cover the baseball team, but since they're resting up today, it's time for the softball team to shine. With my graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel and Caleb Lane, my producer Donna Wilkins, and myself, Dan Wilkins, welcome to coverage of playoff softball here on DWB. We've got ourselves a wonderful one today between a legend in the Cape Atlantic Conference and a legend in the Colonial Conference. With Clayton being the #1 seed, they'll be facing Shalek later today, and the winner of today's game will face the Woodstown Wolverines, which are the #4 seed in South Jersey Group 1. Woodstown and Pennsville played their first round softball playoff game yesterday, beating Pennsville. They already played their quarterfinal game yesterday, beating Pennsville. They played it a day early. For what reason, I don't know, but whoever wins this game will play Woodstown. But with that being said, let's take a look at the starting lineups, starting with the Buena Chiefs as coached by Pam Pickett. First off, we've got Cam Johnson is the center fielder batting leadoff. Layla Collins is the shortstop batting second. Anna Sheridan is the pitcher batting third. Jay Sheridan is the catcher batting fourth. Got a wonderful dog out there.
Peanut gallery.
I know. Oh, that's great. Sorry, I had to reset something there. Jamara Roberts will be the third baseman batting fifth. Batting sixth will be Jadaris Morales, the second baseman batting sixth. And then Mary Sanchez is the first baseman batting seventh. And then, let's see, Shaler. Hold on, they didn't put the first names on the roster, so I have to kind of search through this a little bit. Chelsea Shaler is the right fielder batting eighth, and then Isabella Bates is going to be the left fielder batting ninth. For the Audubon Green Wave, as coached by Aaron Small, it'll be Emma Spire, the center fielder batting leadoff, Abby Calhoun, the left fielder batting second, Emily Bobo pitching and batting third. Brooke Felly is the first baseman batting fourth. Abby Toll is the catcher batting fifth. Ava Griebel is going to be batting sixth in the designated fielder spot. And then you've got Allison Yerkaba in the seventh spot at third base. Alexa Canuso is the second baseman batting eighth. And then Adriana Di Valerio is the right fielder batting ninth. Angelina Eckert is in the flex spot in the order. So, coaches and umpires and captains meeting at home plate now discussing some ground rules. So here from the Audubon Little League Complex, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back when we take the field with Buena and Audubon in the quarterfinals of the South Jersey Group 1 NJSIAA softball tournament. Emily Bobo getting set to get the start in the playoff game here versus Buena, as the Green Wave coming into this one, coming off of a 21-0 shellacking over the Glassboro Bulldogs in the first round of the NJSIAA South Jersey Group 1 tournament, while Buena is coming off of a 12-5 win versus Pittman in their first round. Buena being 13-11 this year under the leadership of Pam Pickett. Started out the year with a rough one, started out 1-4 in the season, but then came back with a couple good wins over Wildwood Catholic, Atlantic City, and OLMA, and then they've ran a good streak until the very end, and now they look to secure not only their 14th win, but another ticket into the South Jersey Group 1 semifinals, while Audubon is looking to defend their home turf at any possible price. As, you know, look, they've made the South Jersey Group 1 finals, and also, you know, maybe they've just been wanting just a little bit to get to those elusive state finals. And you know what, after everything that went on last year, they're now looking for full-on redemption, as Kenny Johnson is going to be the center fielder batting leadoff for the Chiefs here in a clash between Cape Atlantic and Colonial in Group 1 action. Softball playoffs coming up as Bobo looks to get set here versus Buena. Audubon 15-7 in 2023, 5-5 in the Colonial Liberty Division. Johnson stepping in here for Buena. And the first pitch, outside, 1-0, and we are underway. It'll be Cammie Johnson, Layla Collins, and Anna Sheridan, the first three for Buena here in the first. 1-0, right down Broadway, 1-1. That one's in the dirt, 2-1. That'll be a ball, 3-1. That'll be a walk. So it took just 5 pitches, but Buena's already got a base runner here in the first, bringing up Layla Collins, the shortstop. There's a strike, throw back to first, trying to get a reverse pickoff, if you will, but that's not going to count. It's 0-1. Should be 1-1. There's a strike. Heard that one loud and clear. Beautiful weather here in Audubon, 73 degrees, wind blowing to the northeast, which is blowing out to right field essentially at 7 miles per hour. And a deep drive and gone. Didn't even have time to drive home a call on that one, because that ball was long gone, headed out towards the minor league field, and Layla Collins unloads on a ball to make it 2-0 Buena. That ball was absolutely tattooed, and there was no doubt about it, as a walk and a home run set the stage for a Buena lead early. And here is Anna Sheridan, the pitcher.
I don't think you had time to move the camera on that one, did you?
Not really, no. I mean,
Talk about a caution.
yeah, that really got out in a hurry. But that tends to happen with softball.
Yeah.
With the shorter fences, you know, we're at a Little League field for all intents and purposes, you know. 182 down the left field line, 203 down the right field line, a little short porch and left. Makes home runs a little bit easier to hit, but softball is a lot more of a high-powered offensive game, if we're being honest with ourselves. I mean, Audubon softball had a lot of games where there were 10 runs on both sides of the ball. So 2-1. And there's a drive to left, going back. And that one is foul into someone's backyard. See, from the angle that we were at, it looked like we were about to see back-to-back homers, but Buena's a power-hitting franchise, I'll tell you that much. Here we go, 2-strike count to Sheridan. A foul ball. Staying alive is Buena's 3-hitter. Let's try it again. Bobo down 2-0 here in the first versus the Chiefs. That one misses. Count is full. Swing, a miss. Sheridan down on strikes, and there's one away. So here is the junior Julia Sheridan, batting .306 here in 2023, 19 for 62, 11 walks, and a .339 slugging percentage. Upstairs, 1-0. For the sophomore Layla Collins, that was her 4th home run of the year and her 7th as a high school athlete, and still in her underclassmen years. That one's high and away. 2-0. Jamira Roberts on deck for Buena. There's a strike, 2-1. There's another one. There's a swing and a miss. And Sheridan is down on strikes as both of the Sheridans, Anna and Julia, go down on the K. And there's 2 away for Jamira Roberts.
It's not easy to settle down after you give up a home run, so that's kudos to her for settling down and striking out the next 2.
Getting herself back in a rhythm after the home run. There's a foul ball down the first base line, headed out towards Chestnut Street. It's 0-1. Here on a Friday afternoon, 2:10 p.m. No school in session today due to the Memorial Day weekend. Finally had a light winter, so we were able to enjoy the full, uninterrupted Memorial Day weekend. No emergency snow days to be made up. It's a wonderful time of the year. There's a pop-up first base side. It's going over and it's out of play. Another 2-strike count for Bobo. Here we go. Strike 3, and Bobo, after allowing a walk and a home run, gets right back to business and strikes out 3 consecutively. We go to the bottom of the first. Buena leads 2-0 as Audubon gets their first chance to hit. Emma Spire leading it off for the Green Wave in the bottom of the first as they trail the Buena Chiefs 2-0 after a long home run by Layla Collins. Got the scoring underway for the Cape Atlantic Buena Chiefs. So here's Spire. She'll be followed by Abby Calhoun, the left fielder, and Emily Bobo, the pitcher. Brooke Felly, the first baseman, is cleanup. There's a ground ball and a bunt back to the mound, and that's going to be a bunt single. That's what Spire is arguably best at, being such an overpowering freshman athlete and being able to drop the bunt so efficiently, and with these shorter baselines being, 60 feet from home to first. You don't have to run as far, and if you're a quick runner, then you're able to execute that pristinely.
That was textbook where she laid that down.
Textbook indeed. Spire on first. Here she goes down to second base, and the throw is wide. Skips away from Collins, but she is able to corral that one in, and now Emma Spire stands on second base now after the stolen base. See, this is what Audubon is made of that wins their games in terms of softball. They're just able to drop down the bunt, get a couple base hits, and work the ball efficiently instead of trying to swing for the fences. This team doesn't have a lot of home runs, but they're able to just move the ball around to where, the philosophy of hitting it where they aren't just ends up being such a perfect strategy for them to follow. Swing and a miss. And Calhoun is down on strikes, bringing up Bobo. Ball one. Line drive, foul. Inside. Gonna be 2-1 to Bobo. She has one home run on the season, which was in a win at Gateway in her junior campaign. Here's pitch. She lines one out towards right field, and it is caught. Spire gets back to second, and that's going to be a liner to right for the second out. Brooke Felee now batting. So here is Felee. Strike one. Brooke Felee, the freshman. That one's outside on a, looked like a breaking ball. Batting .458 in her freshman campaign. There's a ground ball out to third, and it is in time at first. Good thinking there by Buena on the hard grounder, and the inning is over. So Audubon gets a runner in scoring position, but nothing more. We go to the second, 2-0 Chiefs. Here in the top of the second inning, Buena leads 2-0 after a long home run by Layla Collins, their shortstop, put them on the board. Roberts struck out to end the inning. A walk and a home run, and then that was followed up by 3 consecutive strikeouts. So here is Morales now for Buena. A bunt, and it is going to be a called strike, I believe. Morales takes a strike. The junior batting .290 in 2023, 18 for 62. 4 extra base hits, 3 doubles, 1 triple. And a foul ball down the first base line. And a 2-strike count now. Outside. That'll be a walk. So Jadaris Morales leads off the second just as Johnson led off the first with a base on balls. So now Mary Sanchez will bat for Buena. Fouled back. Runner on first for Buena, nobody out here in the second. And there's a fly ball out to straightaway left, going over and making the play is going to be Canuso. And there's going to be one down. Here's Shaler. First pitch, showing bunt. And getting back to first is Morales. Another bunt being showed. Throwing back to first, but nothing going on. I think one of the things that I've noticed over the couple of games that I've been, looking at softball and covering some softball games, I think one of the fundamental differences that I've noticed is just the offense and defense are constructed a lot differently, if that makes any sense. There's a lot more bunting in softball, but there's also a lot more home runs because the fences are shorter. But it also doesn't mean that, you should discount the home runs because the fences are a little bit shorter. If you were trying to hit a softball on a baseball field, that would be very hard. So it's kind of like the perfect medium. And then how the defense is constructed, even though this batter has shown bunt several times, even when the batter doesn't show bunt, the infield is a lot closer to the action and a lot more on alert at all times than how baseball usually is. And it's going to be a 3-2 count. The softball defensive structure is just a lot more structurally sound as Bobo picks up strikeout number 4 at the hands of Saylor. And now here is Isabella Bates, the left fielder, rounding out the order for Buena this afternoon. There's a strike, 0-1.
Ooh, that lady just went down face first chasing the ball. Oh,
That's a foul ball.
shit, no, that lady.
Showing one again, and now that one's outside. Little slap single out towards the right side, and Canuso is not going to get there in time. Kind of bobbled the ball a little bit. And then just couldn't tag the bag in time, so that's going to put 2 on for Buena here with 2 down for Johnson, who walked and came around to score on the home run, as now the umpires are going to conference over this. And we'll see if they can come to a decision here. I think one of the things that probably happened was that Canuso kind of bobbled the ball a little bit at second base, and then as she was trying to, recollect herself and tag the bag, that is going to be an out. So they've overturned the call. You don't need replay review in this business. We go to the bottom of the second inning. After the call is overturned, 2-0 Buena. Bottom of the second inning, Buena leads 2-0 after a late call was overturned at first base. So now Audubon will look back to get into this game. Abby Toll leading it off as Toll, Griebel, and Urqueba are going to lead it off as a line drive to the shortstop. Collins is caught, one away.
Oh, can I have your keys? She's definitely.
Here is Ava Griebel batting here with one out in the bottom of the first. That one is high. 1-0. Again, regardless of who wins today, they'll play Woodstown, which is the 4 seed. They beat Cape May Tech in the first round, and then they beat Pennsville in the quarterfinals yesterday. I don't know why they played yesterday when everybody else played today, but just leave that up to the imagination. I don't know. So, 1 out, base is empty as Audubon still looks for their first run. Still early, but doesn't mean that they can't find a good time to capitalize. That's going to be a ground ball foul. And a 2-strike count to Griebel. Griebel, the junior, 288 average in 2023, 19 for 66. 5 walks, 3 stolen bases. And a ground ball out towards the first base side. That one is again foul. Little looper out towards shallow center. That's going to drop for a base hit in front of Johnson. And now the Green Wave have a runner on for Urqueba.
I took a replay, look at the replay of the last out from last inning. The first baseman had bought to the first, got it in her glove, and that glove went on the bag before the runner dropped it.
Gotcha.
I think that was why it was something that we could call.
Urqueba showing bunt. She takes a strike, 0-1. I know that in the Audubon Collingswood game, the second softball game that we covered, I know that Urqueba had a home run down the right field line versus staying in SO2. Urqueba, one of the seniors on this ball club, 3 homers in her senior year, 4 in her junior year, and 1 in her sophomore year. So that's 8 high school. 288, 15 for 52. She's gonna loop one out towards first, and that's gonna drop foul. So her at bat stays alive. Still 0-2. I think one of the other things that's different I've noticed is the pitchers wearing the masks in the pitcher's spot. I guess just because they're so close to the plate. Because remember, in softball, it's 40-60, so 40 feet from home to the pitcher's mound and 60 feet from home to first. Here's a throw down to second base on the ground ball. And it's going to be a drop ball on the transfer. So Griebel and Urqueba are both safe. So that's going to put 2 on for Audubon. As Audubon hustles their way into a 2-runner-on situation, as now Pam Pickett, the Buena head coach, is coming out here to talk to the home plate umpire. So now, Pickett going out to talk to the second base umpire. She just said that's a terrible call. Not too happy with it.
Pretty sure she's not happy.
I would assume so. So 2 on, 1 out. Now here is Alexa Canuso. Foul back over towards Chestnut Street. Canuso and then DiValerio, the right fielder. Due up here for Audubon. 2-0 Buena. Little looper out towards the third base line, and again gonna roll foul. Another foul ball. That one's inside. That's a swing and a miss. And Canuso down on strike, second strikeout for Buena here as Anna Roberts Anna Sheridan continues to keep Audubon scoreless here, and going into the bookends of Audubon's order is DiValerio now bats.
I took a look at the replay for the play at second, and it's, really hard to see in real time, but I'm slowing it down to super slow-mo.
Yeah.
But it looked like the Buena player did not have their foot on the tag and was relying on the tag. And it looks like she just got around the tag.
Gotcha.
Again, it's really hard to see in real time. I don't blame Buena's coach at all for thinking that was a bad call.
Yeah. Could have gone either way, really, but I think what the umpire had signaled, where it looked like it was going to be a bobbled ball in the transfer and that she didn't have full control. It's a lot like the NFL catch rules, if you will, where there's a lot of ambiguity over what counts and what doesn't, and you got to do it in a split-second decision, bang, bang, play. So it's hard to get it right.
Yeah.
In this, it's not like baseball where the runner's got to get all the way down to second, 90 feet. The fields are a lot smaller. There's a lot less room to run, a lot less room to hide. Yeah, I mean, overall, the infield is just a lot more crowded, and you don't really have a lot of space to yourself. There's a ground ball out to third, picked up, and on the bobble, DiValerio loads the bases. So now here's Spire, who's known for that slap base hit. Gonna try to give Audubon a run here in the bottom of the second. here is Spire now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And Abby Calhoun on deck in a 2-0 Buena lead. Had that home run in the first from Layla Collins, but nothing further. As there is a strike, 0-1. Ground ball out towards short. Collins picks it up, throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Audubon leaves the bases loaded, and we go to the third, 2-0 Buena. Here in the top of the third inning, Buena leads Audubon 2-0. This broadcast is brought to you in part by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier, with over 200 5-star reviews on the web. Get a free quote today by calling DJK Roofing at 856-778-3900. Again, that's 856-778-3900. Audubon left the bases loaded in the bottom of the second inning, and now a 1-0 count to Cammie Johnson. One's downstairs. 1, 2, and 3 due up for Buena here in the third, after they had 2 runs in the first on a long homer to center by Layla Collins, and then nothing in the second, but they did get a runner on, and they were going to have 2 on going back to the top of the order, and then a call was overturned at second base that halted the inning. Outside. Excuse me, 2-2 count. Just saw that at home plate. I think you've got a better vision of the home plate umpire because we're closer to the action of the foul ball. You can actually see his hands and stuff like that. I mean, out in the outfield at the baseball field, we're 350 feet away. Right here, we're only 200 away. So, you know, it kind of allows you to have a better perspective for, you know, how far away and how large baseball fields are, and considering that Audubon is pretty much a pitcher's park, you know? I would say, after looking at all of the different South Jersey baseball fields that I've been to this year, Audubon is most certainly a pitcher's park. That's going to be a hit by pitch, so Johnson got struck there as Layla Collins will now bat here for Buena. Collins had a long ball to center field her first time. There's a strike. Or at least I think it's a strike. I guess not. Upstairs, 1-0. There's a very obvious strike, as audibly shouted at home plate. It's 1-1.
Figured that was either a strike or the Hulk just entered the baseball field.
1-1. There's a pop-up way up there, and Bobo comes down to make the catch. 1 away. Here's Anna Sheridan, the pitcher, who struck out her first time. There's a rocket, but that's going to catch a lot of the air, and it's going to be caught in center by Spire. Had a high launch angle, but I'm so used to baseball just traveling and traveling, that kind of just died in midair, and there's 2 down.
You know, softball's a lot heavier than baseball.
True, very true. Now here's Julie Sheridan, now going down to second base, and the throw is not in time. Throw got booted at second base, so a stolen base for Johnson. Runner on second for Buena. They lead 2-0 in the third. Fouled back. Upstairs. Fouled back.
2-0. Yeah.
There's strike 3 on the outside corner, and Bobo with 5 strikeouts through 3 innings. We go to the bottom of the third. Buena leads Audubon 2-0. Bottom of the third. Buena leads 2-0 over Audubon, as that home run in the first inning has really been the star of the show this afternoon, as it'll be Calhoun, Bobo, and Brooke Felly. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Green Wave here in the third. There's a bunt right back to the mound, picked up, and it will be an infield single. So Calhoun gets on, and here's Bobo. Breaking ball, misses away. 1-0. I think one of the things that I've also noticed, if you've been hearing the chatter in the outfield, one of the things is that I think when it comes to a leader of the team, or at least anybody in the outfield, they've been making the directions to their teammates a lot clearer. As there's a base hit in the center field by Bobo. Put it on the ground and put it in play. That's all you need to do. And the Green Wave have strung together back-to-back hits here, setting up Philly with 2 on and nobody out. But what you heard there is, yeah, you're hearing that, you know. There you go. Like, outfield cutting for blank is your cut. So you're being told directly what base you're supposed to throw to and who your cutoff person is going to be. So I found that interesting in that baseball, like, you know, our right fielder, Trent Mantle, he says a lot of off the cuff things, but he only really talks directions. He's not giving directions, you know, he's just talking. He's talking. Copsetta does the same thing. So here's a bunt. That's going to be a foul ball. But yeah, I mean, this is a lot more direct. This is where you're throwing, this is who you're throwing to.
Right.
So I don't know if that's just a cultural thing, that's a part of the game, or if, you know, that's maybe a coach by coach, team by team thing. But
what can I say when you know how to communicate better?
Good.
Oh,
there's a strike.
There it is.
Oh man, gonna get me canceled here.
I had to go there. Sorry, folks.
Philly strikes out, and here's Abby Toll. So Toll bats here with 1 down and 2 on.
I know I could hear the girls cheering when I said that.
Here's the first pitch. Ground ball back to second, picked up by Collins, and she's going to be safe at second base. I think that they didn't get the throw in time, and the bases are loaded. We're going to have a substitute runner here for Toll, the catcher. Running at first is going to be, let's see that jersey number. It's number 24, which is Peyton Marone, the freshman. Bases loaded. Ava Griebel now batting. She had a single her first time, got to third base.
I can't even see what happened at second. There was so much dirt.
Here's a ground ball back to the plate. Throw is in time. Everybody moves up 90 feet, but an out is recorded, 2 away. So a 6-2 fielder's choice. And that leaves a fielder's choice with 2 outs now as Urquaba will bat again with the bases loaded.
Audubon looking to get something going here.
Fouled back. Somebody hit a home run so far on the wiffle ball field that it landed in right center field. Somebody hit a real long ball on the minor league field and got it all the way over on the big field. So
There's 2 outs.
that's hilarious. Somebody hit a home run so far that it ended up on the other field. That's great. Here's a foul ball. 2-0 Buena. Here in the bottom of the third. And a foul ball off the bat of Urquaba.
14.
Now wait till the inning's over.
I mean, when Audubon comes out onto the field, you get the right fielder and
Oh, I see.
toss the ball up. Yeah. Yeah, wiffle ball out in right field, huh? Imagine if a line drive gets hit that way, causes a pinball reaction. There's a foul ball. That would be great, though.
I'm hoping
Just great for a great blooper.
where's the umpire?
Oh, there's, I don't know.
Trying to focus on the game.
Yeah, trying to focus on the game, not some random spot in right field. So 2-strike count though to Yerkeba with the bases loaded. Here's a line drive out to center field. It's a grand slam! Allison Yerkeba goes yard. Grand salami. 4-2 Audubon. Talk about getting the ball off the bat in a hurry. And Allison Yerkeba launches a grand slam out to center field. A low launch angle almost took out one of the parents standing on the fence, and it's 4-2. Yerkeba, her 9th high school home run, her 4th of the senior year. And what a shot out to dead central. Talk about turning the tides right there. Couldn't have gone any better.
One swing of the bat and a completely different ballgame.
Here is Alexa Canuso, the second baseman.
Usually how it works.
Especially in a playoff atmosphere. You know, you've been down for a little while, struggling to get things strung together. Had the bases loaded in the second, and then this time they delivered here in the third. There's a bunt back to the mound, and the throw to first is not in time. Infield single Canuso. And that's gonna bring another runner on for DiValerio. So 4-2 Audubon. As time is called, DiValerio talking it over with Coach Small. Slaps one out towards left. That's a base hit. Got past third. And that puts 2 runners on, going back to the top of the order for Spire, who could possibly load the bases again. And we'll see what they end up doing here, but 2 on, 2 out, nothing better. Here we go, runners on first and second for Audubon as Buena, after being up by 2 to start the inning, now trail by 2. The tables, oh, how they have turned. There's a strike. Slaps one out towards short. Collins picks it up, and the throw to first is in time. Side retired. Allison Yerkeba turns the tables with a 2-out grand slam to dead center field. We go to the fourth, 4-2 Audubon. go, top of the 4th inning here with DWB Trivia Time. Today's question is, when was the last year that the Phillies had the first overall draft pick in the MLB draft? Was it 2016, 1997, 2002, or 1988? The answer will be revealed in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll go back to the main board as Audubon leads Buena 4-2. Here in softball playoff action after Allison Yerkeba turned around a fastball for a grand slam to center field. So it's a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. To Jamira Roberts, who struck out to end the 1st inning in her first at-bat. Roberts swings and misses. 1 down. 6 strikeouts for Bobo. And here is Morales. Morales will be followed by Mary Sanchez, the first baseman. There's a strike. There's a strike. 1-2 count. Ground ball, third base side, and foul over towards the Audubon dugout, and kicked out by Coach Small. Strike 3, outside corner. Bobo picks up another. That's 7 on the afternoon. This will bring up Mary Sanchez. Some emphatic calls behind the plate today. Putting a little flair for the dramatic, if you will. Strike 1, inside corner. Oh, that took a hit right off of the face mask of the batter Sanchez, as there was a there was an audible collective ooh when that happened. 2-strike count to Sanchez. Bobo looking to strike out the side. In a 4-2 game, and that one hit her hand. So a hit by pitch. She'll shake that one off, and now Buena gets another chance here for Shaler. Strike 1. There's a little grounder. That one is a foul ball. There's a swing and a miss. Bobo strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-2 Audubon. Here we go, bottom of the 4th inning. It's time for DWB Trivia Time. Today's question is, when was the last time that the Phillies had the #1 overall pick in the MLB draft? Is it 2016, 1997, 2002, or 1988? Producer, what's your answer?
1997.
That is incorrect. It is 2016 when they drafted Mickey Moniak after having a 63 and 99 season in 2015. 0-1 is going to be a foul ball. Oh, wow, they called the batter out because she stepped out of the box. I didn't know that that was an automatic out, but I thought it would just be an auto strike call. But so what an easy way to get your first out. I don't even know how I'd score that. Just for out. So
I see, yeah.
yeah, Calhoun is retired. Here is Emily Bobo. There's a strike, 0-1. So Bobo will be followed by Brooke Felly.
I've never seen that before.
Don't see it too often, I don't think. Inside. There's a line drive off of Collins into left center field. A base hit. Fielded out towards Johnson and eventually collected out there by Bates. And a base hit for Bobo. She's going to be 2 for 3 in this one. And here is Brooke Felly. There's a line drive out towards left and foul. Took a long way to get that baseball, or softball rather. Curveball misses outside. Yes, there are curveballs in softball. They just go the other direction.
Oh, okay.
They do exist.
So what's existing out here is the pollen.
Oh yeah, pretty bad.
It's been pretty bad lately.
Pretty bad for you, yes.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just not as phased. I was phased earlier in the year, but now I'm a little better off.
I'm over here looking like somebody punched me in the eyes.
Ground ball. Out off the second base bag. Talk about taking a weird carom. It goes into center field. Fielded by Johnson, and getting to third is going to be Bobo. Runners on the corners now. As now Toll will bat. There's a strike. Ground ball out to Collins. Throw to second base is going to be in time. Throw to first, not in time. So the run did score, and that's going to make it 5-2 as Bobo scores from third. Excuse me, the only runner that stands is now on first after the fielder's choice. Misses outside, 1-0. Outside. To Griebel. There's a strike. Fouled back. 4-2, rather, no, excuse me, 5-2 Audubon as Bobo scored from third on the fielder's choice in the last at bat. Griebel 1 for 2 today with a single and a fielder's choice. Grounder right back to the mound, and the inning is over. Audubon gets one, and they lead by 3 after 4. It's 5-2. Top of the 5th inning. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Curly's Printing and Bantles, Banners, Signs, and Apparel, the true one-stop shop for all your print and promotional needs with a 5-star Google rating. If handling any ink on paper project, as well as banners, signs, apparel, and promotional swag. I think Toll went down there on the foul ball. Must have gotten hit a little bit. Oh, there you go. Getting up, high-fiving your teammate, and getting back in action. Small going out to talk to Toll. I think she may have just gotten knocked out a little
Okay. Looks like it ricocheted off the knee.
Gotcha. Looks like, yeah, got part of the knee right there. So she'll be back in action. As now Bobo facing Buena here with 9 outs to go before a semifinal ticket is punched, but we've got a long ways to go. Strike. 0-2. Bates pops it up foul. Ooh, and it almost hit a really nice car. Look at that thing. That was the car that almost got hit by the foul ball, so.
Would have been hysterical if it fell in the back seat and then kept
Well, no, I would have felt bad because I don't ever want to see a foul ball hit a Camaro. Especially one of the, I think it was a 90s Camaro, I think that might have been, but.
convertible.
Yeah. 90s cars are very underrated, but that's just me. Like those 90s Mustangs and the Dodge Vipers. Pontiac Thunderbirds, nothing better. That's going to be a pop-up foul. So Bates, Johnson, and Collins. Up here for Buena. That one skips in on a hop. Upstairs to Bates. That's high. Close call between whether she got out of the swing in time, but home plate umpire says she did, and this will bring up Cammie Johnson. Here's the lefty Johnson here. Runner on first for Buena to lead off the fifth, as there is a strike call, 0-1. There's a strike, 0-2. Upstairs, some of the Audubon baseball team making their way to the softball game today, cheering on their teammates from the outfield fence here. Audubon baseball yesterday punched their ticket to the semifinals. As we're gonna have time called here. I think some of the guys just noticed that they got put on.
Here we go.
Just noticing the fanfare here, but Audubon beat Pittman 8-4 to advance to the semifinals in the NJSIAA South Group 1 tournament for the first time since 2017. They're going to be playing the Pennsville Eagles as they beat Haddon Township yesterday 3-1. And again, whoever wins this game will play Woodstown, the number 4 seed.
Do we know what day they'd be playing?
They'd be playing next Tuesday, May 30th, with the sectional final being at the higher seed on Friday, June 2nd. And everything for softball is pushed back one day. Softball plays on the same day as the parochial baseball schools play. I think just so that there's little confusion between the schedules, because I know last year softball and baseball had to deal with the scheduling conflicts, and we had the second round baseball game on the same day that softball had their sectional final versus Clayton. Their playoff started way earlier, and this year...
Tuesday we'll be doing baseball though, right?
Yes, in Audubon. Here's a fly ball out to center field, picked up by Spire, and there's one away. Johnson is retired, and this brings up Collins. Runner on first for Buena, one down. inside 1-0. But yeah, the baseball sectional final is on June 2nd. Softball sectional final is on June 3rd, which is a Saturday. And then the baseball semifinal for public schools is May 30th, and then the softball semifinal is May 31st. So it's all staggered by one day so that everybody can get their games in uncontested from each other. Because I know I would have loved to cover the softball Group 1 final against Audubon and Clayton, but the problem is that they were having that on the same day as the baseball quarterfinal versus Woodstown. So kind of have to pick and choose your battles, as here's a fly ball out to deep left center field by Collins. Does she have another? It is off the Advantage Roofing sign. Picked up and going to second and holding up is going to be Collins. So that's going to be a deep double off the left field wall, putting a tying run in scoring position here for Buena. As now here is Anna Sheridan. Runners on second and third here for Buena. Go ahead run at the dish. I could collectively hear some baseball players in the outfield going, you know, oh no, because they thought that ball was out, but that one is high. So 5-2 Audubon here. 2 on, 1 out. And we're going to have a sub, never mind, they're going to drop off some equipment over at second base. So the tying run at the plate, for Buena. Down by 3. I thought I missed something too. You were looking at me funny. I was like, what? So Bobo looks down her catcher Toll, getting ready here versus Anna Sheridan. Julie Sheridan on deck. And a line drive deep to left field, and that ball is off the wall hard. That one's going to be picked up by Spire. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, 2 runs single, Anna Sheridan. It's 5-4. That looked like almost like your Caba's Grand Slam, where it was a long drive that was with a low angle and just ended up barely missing out in left field near the Mount Ephraim Police Department sign. So 5-4 now, tying run at first, go ahead run at the plate being Julie Sheridan. The first pitch from Bobo. Nope, time is called. There's a strike. And Sheridan lines it, and she's going to be doubled off. The pinch runner got a late start, and that is a double play, a 5-3 unorthodox double play. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Buena gets 2 back, and it's a 1-run game. 5-4 Audubon after 4.5. Bottom of the 5th inning. Audubon leads Buena 5-4, although their pitcher, Anna Sheridan, got 2 back for the club in the 5th as a base hit by Yerkeba after her grand slam earlier in the game. Now sets the stage with a runner on first and nobody out.
Thank you.
After 9 batters came up to the plate in the 3rd for Audubon. Here's a bunt back to 3rd and booted, and an infield single. So Canuso gets on, and now 2 on, nobody out for Adriana Di Valerio. Sheridan with 115 innings pitched here in 2023, 133 strikeouts, and a 2.31 ERA. Although with 38 earned runs, she's added a couple more of them to her resume this afternoon. Showing bunt, that's a foul ball, and it hit the umpire. I think that got him in the mask. Yeah, right in the side of the mask. He will
Eject that ball.
Yeah. He's going to stand up against the fence here.
Catch his breath.
Yeah, I think I would have to do that too if that hit me in the face. Now the other umpire is going to go out and talk to his man. So it looks like he's all right.
Sure, it's not something he hasn't had to happen before.
Oh yeah.
Just gotta shake it.
Shake it off and move along. Ground ball out to Collins. Throw to first. Save. Oh. Never mind.
Terrible! Terrible!
It looked like that was
A lot to do, I know.
close
Bases
call.
loaded. A lot to do. She was far You should go back.
Runners on second and third here with 1 out as a late call at first base. Now here is Emma Spire. After Di Valerio got called out there on a controversial call. That one is a strike, 0-1.
Gotta send him the footage to his Instagram.
A bunt back to the mound. And that one, throw to the plate, not in time. 6-4. I thought that Sheridan was going to go for the easiest out possible, but coming home and trying to score was Yerkeba, and she got through with ease. So Audubon extends their lead to 2, and it's 6-4. Runners on first and third now with 1 out. Stolen base attempt uncontested. So runners on second and third now as Spire moves along. Her second stolen base of the day.
I took another look at that play at first. I think the Audubon parents might have been right.
Might have been a bad call.
Yeah. Sure does look like it on the replay, but again, not criticizing too much because it's really hard to see that fast of a play in real time.
Yeah.
Can't get them all.
That one's a ball. Spire with 2 stolen bases today gives her 29 stolen bases on the 2023 freshman season, as there is a strike. Little pop-up out towards the right side of the infield, and it is caught. 2 down. So now here is Bobo. Time is called. So Pam Pickett coming out here to talk to her pitcher. Buena trails Audubon 6-4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A close game and in a high-stakes situation. Just can't go wrong here, you know, just Buena being the 7 seed, having to beat Pittman to advance to the 2nd round, and Audubon being the 2 seed as they were in years past, falling to Clayton last year in the finals, but beating Glassboro 21-0 to advance to the 2nd round this year. Spire on second, and Canuso on third. Bobo is going to be intentionally walked to get the bases loaded here for Brooke Felly. Bases loaded, first pitch looped right center, and it's caught at second base to retire the side. Morales taking that ball in, and the inning is over. We go to the 6th. Audubon plates one more, but not without a little controversy on the officiating side. 6-4 Audubon. We'll go to break. Baseball crowd in the house. They punched their ticket to the semifinals of South Jersey Group 1. Question is, can the softball club do the same? We've got a Parole's printing pitching change as Bobo is out after 5 innings here in a high leverage playoff situation. Elena Copsetta, the freshman, is in here in the 6th as Buena is down by 2 and looking to get some revenge here in the Group 1 quarterfinal. Seven batters came to the plate for Audubon in the bottom of the 6th. They scored 1. And Copsetta delivers first pitch foul ball. Morales, Sanchez, and Schaller. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Buena here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night as Morales goes down on strikes. There's one away. Bobo finished her line of work with 8 strikeouts and 4 runs. Hopped up, first base side, and caught. Nice play out there at first, and there's 2 down. Taking care of business quickly as Brooke Felly makes the catch, 2 down. By the way, for the defensive changes, Copsetta is in as the pitcher. Bobo moves to the shortstop position. And then Griebel, who was out at shortstop, is now at the DH position. So, 0-1. Well, Copsetta's thrown 5 pitches, and all of them are strikes, so.
Looks like that good athleticism runs in family.
Oh, yeah. There's a line drive to left, foul. And into someone's backyard. 0-2. Strike 3, Copsetta takes care of business quickly. 7 pitches, 7 strikes, and 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 6-4 Audubon. Audubon faithful in the house here in the bottom of the 6th inning as Buena trails Audubon 6-4. Sheridan still on the mound for Buena, as Toll, Griebel, and Yerkeba are the 3 to hit. That's inside. Hot shot, left field, base hit. And a single for Toll to lead off the 6th. And here's going to be Griebel. First pitch to Griebel. Bunting back to third. Picked up by the pitcher Sheridan. Throw to first. A little bit offline, but the throw is in time. Throw back to second, and she is safe. Had to dive in by the skin of her teeth, and there is going to be the first out. So runner on second here for Yerkeba, who had a grand slam in the 3rd. Yerkeba at the dish here facing Sheridan. First pitch. Line drive. Out to left. That's going to get past the left fielder off the Angelo sign. Coming around and scoring will be the runner, and Yerkeba dives back into second with an RBI double and make that 7-4 as Audubon's insurance increases just a little there off the bat of Yerkeba. So this is going to bring up Canuso now.
Insurance is a good thing.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pearlie's Printing and Bantel's Banner Signs and Apparel, the true one-stop shop. Oh, here we go. There's a ground ball up to second base. Throw to first is offline. Yerkeba is going to round third. She's not going to stop. Headed for home. The throw is cut off, and there is no play. It's 8-4. Same score as the baseball game from yesterday, but Yerkeba comes around to score. See, everything's going so fast, I can't even get my ad reads in. 8-4. 2-run score here in the 6th for the Green Wave as Di Valerio is now up. First pitch. There's a bunt. Out to third and foul. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pearlie's Printing and Bantel's Banner Signs and Apparel, the true one-stop shop for all your print and promotional needs with a 5-star Google rating. If you need graduation, lawn signs and banners, flyers, A-frames, business cards, or envelopes done right, this is the place for you. 1 out, 2 runs have scored, and a runner on second base here for Audubon. Ground ball, fair ball, left field. Just got through the hole. Got through a tight hole there in the infield, and now it's going to be runners on the corners as Spire comes up. Runners on the corners. Throw down to second base. No, that's going to be cut off. Now runners are on second and third. Audubon continuing to push the needle a little bit. That one's going to be a wild pitch going back to the backstop and scoring. Audubon continuing to pile it on. After what was a 2-run lead has now exploded into a 5-run lead, 9-4 as Canuso scores. What are you laughing at me for? Good grief. We're having a good time here in Audubon as the runner stands on third for Inside.
You guys watch Succession?
Here's the bunt. Back to third, and she's not going to have a play. I don't know what she was looking at throwing for, but that puts runners on the corners now as Spire reaches.
Because literally everyone's talking about it.
Now here's Abby Calhoun. Audubon has strung together 5 hits. Bunting. And getting down to second base will be Spire. That makes it 30 stolen bases for Spire in her freshman campaign. There's got to be some sort of school record for that, but 30 stolen bases in her freshman campaign. That's really an incredible feat right there. Wait, they called her out? Oh, okay. Thanks for the clarification. You know more about softball than me. She left the bag early and was called out. Here's a bunt. That's a foul ball. So yeah, the only runner that stands is Bobo on third. No, excuse me, sorry. Need to back up a little bit here. Di Valerio is on third. Bobo is on the on-deck circle, so need to back up a little bit here, back up a few hitters. Audubon has scored 3 runs.
The action is fast and furious when it happens.
Yeah, I mean, really, softball, this is a game that's just moving so quickly. It feels faster than the major league pitch clock. I mean, really, just everything is going so quickly. I mean, she just got the ball right back there. Batter steps out of the box, and she's going to tighten up her gloves a little bit. She's going to go back in. I don't even have time for any, external information, and then she's ready to go. Batter steps in, pitcher looks down the catcher, and then boom, she's ready to go.
Yeah.
It's incredible. There's a strike on the outside corner. Two-strike count to Calhoun. Swing and a miss. And Sheridan gets out of it, but 3 runs are allowed. We go to the 7th. Crunch time for Buena. Audubon 3 outs away from punching their ticket to a Dayton Woodstown. We go to the top of the 7th. 9-4 Audubon. Top of the 7th as Audubon leads Buena 9-4. They really drove it home in the bottom of the 6th inning, scoring 3 runs, making it 9-4 as Elena Copsetta throws a first pitch strike, and it is 0-1. It'll be Isabella Bates, Cammie Johnson, and Layla Collins for Buena in the top half of the 7th inning. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2, 0-2. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Doug Does Anything, your local handyman. If you need anything done, no matter how big or small, give Doug Does Anything a call. 856-412-0118. Strike 3. Copsetta takes care of business as there is one away. Copsetta with 3 strikeouts and 4 batters. There's a strike. Oh, 2. To Johnson. She shows bunt with 2 strikes, backs up, but not gonna matter. Copsetta 4 strikeouts, and Audubon 1 out away from a semi-final clincher. Here is Layla Collins. She had a home run to lead off the game in the top of the 1st to make it a 2-0 ball game, but Buena's offense remained stagnant until the middle innings. There's a strike. Copsetta really driving it home here, 2 strikes away. I don't know if she's even thrown a single ball during this entire inning. Swing and a miss, 0-2. If Audubon wins this one, they're 1 strike away. They'll play Woodstown next Wednesday, May 31st. But 1 strike stands between Audubon and yet another trip to the Group 1 semifinals. Outside corner, not called. 1-2. Very close call, very close call. Really could have gone either way. Copsetta versus Collins. Popped up, third base side. And Urqueba up against the fence, just couldn't make the play. Excuse me, Buena utilized their flex hitter, so now Cammie Johnson is the batter. But if the inning were to continue, Layla Collins is on deck. So let's try this again. 1-2 count. From Copsetta to Johnson. The delivery, swing and a miss. Copsetta strikes out the side, and Audubon is on their way to the Final Four in South Jersey Group 1 with a 9-4 win over Buena. They got a couple runs home late to make sure of that win, but it was looking pretty back and forth to start the game, and that 2-0 start for Buena followed by Audubon getting back with that grand slam. By the way, that's your player of the game presented by Doug Does Anything, Allison Urqueba, with the go-ahead grand slam in the bottom of the 3rd inning that really turned the tide for the Green Wave and allowed them to take the lead that they, after allowing a couple of runs in the 4th, would eventually hang on to in a 9-4 win. Folks, from everybody here at Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, my graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel and Caleb Lane, my producer, Donna Wilkins, and myself, Dan Wilkins, our next broadcast is going to be May 30th, unless we schedule anything else, May 30th, between the Pennsville Eagles and the Audubon Green Wave in the NJSIAA Group 1 semifinals for baseball. And we are looking at getting this softball semifinals live streamed as well between Woodstown and Audubon on May 31st. So, until next time, have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, cook up some hot dogs and hamburgers, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Good afternoon, everybody.